Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome. Our purpose today is to gather together to connect with one another and to connect with God. We are going to spend our time talking about reconciliation and how do we begin to prepare for that. Today we will be together looking at pictures, sharing questions, and taking time to think about what these things mean for us. Reconciliation. Boys and girls, what does that word mean? It is a big word. It is a long word. Let's say it again together. Reconciliation. Reconciliation. You know, there is an easier word than that talks about what we can do to help ourselves. Let's take a look. This is the special book that we will be using as we prepare for our first reconciliation experience. Take a look at the title of this book. Do you see the word that begins with the letter R? That's correct, the word right. The word reconciliation is our opportunity to make things right. We will take a look inside of this book as we share this time together. Let us begin now by examining some pictures of children who participated in this experience. We will keep in mind different questions as we look at each of these images. Our 5 questions that we will consider as we explore these images are: Question 1, what is happening in the picture? Question 2, what might the child be feeling? Question 3, what does it sound like in that space at that time? Question 4, what is the priest doing? Question 5, what is the child doing? Now let's begin with our first picture. Take a look at the image before you. What is happening? What might the child be feeling or thinking? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What is the child doing? Now let us take a look at the second image. Notice how it is a different experience than the previous picture you saw. What is happening in this photo? What might the child be feeling? What does it sound like? What is the priest doing? What is the child doing? Give thought to how you would be feeling if you were the child sitting in the chair in front of the priest. Notice how his body is positioned. Do you see how he is looking and listening attentively? It appears that he cares deeply about what he is being offered and what he is hearing. Imagine yourself sitting alongside of a friend, talking privately. Let's now take a look at what that may appear to seem from an observer in the distance. Boys and girls, notice now in this third image how it is blurred around the outside. You see, when you are waiting your turn, you are farther away. You cannot hear what is going on, but you can see that there is a private, comfortable conversation that is taking place. Children, we will gather in our church and share that time together with guest priests along with Father Terry. It will be your opportunity to share. What might the child be feeling? What is the priest doing? What is happening in this activity at this time? Our fourth image presents us the opportunity to see the priest and the child involved in the reconciliation experience. Notice what the child is doing. Notice what the priest is doing. What might the child be thinking? What might the child be saying? What might the priest be doing? Our final image in this study takes a look at a young boy and the priest together for the first reconciliation experience. Again, consider, what does it sound like? What does it look like? What is the boy doing? What is the priest doing? What do you think they are feeling? When you have finished your first reconciliation experience, you might be able to speak personally to how these children felt as they shared their first reconciliation experience with God. It's like a conversation with a friend. Boys and girls, will be working with your parents and guardians to help you prepare for this special day. Boys and girls, this is the book that you are receiving as you prepare for the sacrament of reconciliation. Your parents and guardians will be helping you work through this book. Today we're going to take a peek inside to begin to imagine what this experience will be like. This book is titled Making Things Right, and this is the cover. Let's peek inside. We invite you to put your name in the upper right corner, and you are invited to color and use this book as a tool with your family. You may take notes in it. Mom or dad or a relative that is helping you prepare is invited to put notes in it as well. Look how lovely these pages are as they appear before us. Do you see the images, the drawings? Do you see spaces that need your drawings? Do you see places that you can write words, mark check boxes, or color in figures or figurines? And how about the puzzles? Notice that this book will move you through the journey to prepare you for your first reconciliation experience. We all want to feel good about what we are here to do in this life that we are offered. We need God to help us work through that. Reconciliation gives us the opportunity to work through something that is broken and make it right. We will continue working through this book throughout these next months and weeks ahead, and we will gather together at the end of November, where we will have a chance to revisit and come back to the ideas and the stories and connections that you have made in your study. Our goal is for you to know and feel that you are loved by God always. Today, during our time together, we learned about reconciliation, and we learned about our role in the experience. We began to see what children were thinking and feeling and discovering as they looked at things like what was happening, what the child may be feeling, what it would sound like, what the priest is doing, and what are you doing. We close with remembering that the experience is peaceful. Jesus seeks to make you new again. Our time together in our study of the sacrament of reconciliation teaches us about God's love and mercy. It teaches us that loving God and loving others is important. It reminds us of the significance of sin and its effects. It helps us remember what it means to be sorry and to ask for forgiveness. And finally, it prepares us for and to celebrate the experience of sacrament of reconciliation with joy. Boys and girls, we are glad that we can help be a part of your faith journey. This will be your first experience with the sacrament of reconciliation, But after that, you are encouraged and invited to come to reconciliation as often as you would like to have a closer connection with God and to seek forgiveness. We look forward to seeing you later in the days ahead, and we wish you good blessings.